All right. So last session we left off. We were out of the tourmaline mines in the town of Tourmaline, very aptly named. You went down there, you saw that there were some kobolds causing a ruckus. You took care of the kobolds, and then in the process of doing the last little sweep up through the mine, you found that there was a growl that came from the Underdark. You were able to take the growl out and present a tentacle as proof. The gentleman who is the speaker there, Mashu, says that he wants to inspect the mines to make sure that it's safe. It'll be about an hour, but you'll get your payment, and he will meet you at the Blue Clam as he starts to muster some of the reluctant guards forward to start going down there. What is everybody thinking?
I'll head down there with the rest of them.
You
Guards
just
heading,
came. You just
down.
came from there.
Yeah. Guards heading down to the Blue Clam.
Well, so a couple of the guards are going
Oh,
with
they are. I'm
Mashu,
sorry.
the
Yeah.
seeker, and they're going to go check the mines to make sure that everything's good. That you guys did in fact do what you had to do. Because trust but verify.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you guys care about the 50 gold pieces, I'd rather just hit the road.
I mean,
Yeah, I
yeah,
agree.
of course we did.
That's what I'm saying. I think we should just go.
It's occurring to me that we could have just probably got paid and not do this. Because if you think about it, they're going to go verify, right?
Yeah,
But
right.
they weren't brave enough to fix the problem. So who says they're brave enough to verify? Are they even going to check? Because if we lied, they die. You know, like that's the outcome.
So
At least that's what I'm thinking. But I'm not saying that out loud because those are terrible thoughts. But I'm having them. I'm having them hard.
You're thinking I'm pretty good.
Man,
saying,
we
I
did
don't-
all of that. We probably could have not.
But
Grand scheme of things, it is 5 o'clock on day 9.
right, and correct me if I'm wrong, but we have how much time to get back to the?
You
Mine
have
first.
until noon tomorrow.
If I remember right, we
It's
calculated
Time
it
for
took-
us to just boogie.
Yeah,
It is
And
time to
get there.
boogie.
I'm
Boogie
just gonna
woogie woo.
just tell the guy to say, with all due respect, the mine's clear. We don't have time to wait around, so we'll come collect later.
Okay. Provided that you've done what you need to do, we will make sure that your reward is waiting for you. Let's talk about travel, right? So you've got the dogs and the sleds, which is going to cut your time in half on these trails, right? Any amount of time over 8 hours gets into forced march. So the dogs are going to start making constitution checks, and then it's going to increase one for every hour over 8. So on the 9th hour, they'll be making a DC 10 constitution check, and then it's a DC 11, so on and so forth. Forced march rules out of the player's handbook.
Is there ways we can help them with that, like buff their stuff, right?
Do you have spells and stuff like that would?
What are we trying to
I'm
buff?
saying
Like, what's the big problems here?
We should.
So, got an idea, but first things first, since I'm kind of a tag along at this point, I got nothing better going on, and I feel like I could kill some more shit if I followed you guys around. So, do you need an extra sword?
And as he says that, you think about Subject X-ray and where you're going to.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. Can I cast
What's that?
speak with animals and then attempt to motivate those canine a little bit on this trip?
I was gonna say you can also do what is it?
I also think I got a pretty
Bardic
good.
of Inspiration.
That's a good one.
Because you can give it to the dogs too, couldn't you?
Ooh.
Because isn't it a creature?
Oh yeah, it's a bonus action. You inspire another creature within 60 feet that can hear
Yeah.
or see you. And I know they can.
They could.
I've also got a pretty good animal handling.
So I'm gonna like be the Pied Piper of.
I got a +3.
And for this trip, I'm gonna go ahead and use 2 of my bardic inspirations. We have 2 dogs, right?
Yep.
I'm
Yes.
giving each of the dogs a bardic inspiration.
Gotcha.
Sweet.
What are you playing?
On the flute, funny enough, some pretty rudimentary stuff. Like
Who
it's
let the dogs
jovial.
out?
It's jovial, but it's actually less skillful than an open than like an open mic night.
The ants go marching
You know what I mean?
one
Like
by one.
it's
Hurrah.
clear I'm not a professional
Hurrah.
at playing the moment I start playing.
Oh god, it's gonna be a long trip.
It's passable, I'm sure, but I'm not trained in performance.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing we hear all this wind and we're tuning you out.
I am proficient in the flute, but that's why I specifically chose a pan flute because I wanted to carry an instrument I don't know how to use.
Solid.
Love it.
So, are the rest of us just kind of jogging alongside?
So Vernon Shoals has kind of like a mobile station set up between 2 sleds that are hooked up to his fizz and her fizz, his sled dogs. Basically 4 people in the back, 4 people in the front. He operates, and then there's somebody else who can be kind of like the navigator during this time. So Tourmaline to Targos is normally 4 hours.
So who's the
let me
navigator?
start this session up so that way y'all can see it.
Who's the navigator? Because we don't have our druid with us.
If you give me a survival check on that counts, I can navigate, or whatever check you want on that one.
Is that navigation tools or
Is it would that be?
That would be a survival check.
nice?
You want me to roll that one? Or whoever's got it high or whatever.
Let's be real. I'm gonna burn my last bardic inspiration, and I'm gonna throw a D8 on top of that.
There you go.
Or whenever you
can
want to use it. You don't
the-
have to use it, because the best part about this is you have to. On this one, it's with the bardic inspiration, it's if you failed, you can in fact then choose to use it. So like hold on to it. Don't just blow the load and
Nice.
roll it.
So you guys want me to roll on that one?
Hell yeah! If you're
So
proficient in it.
Tourmaline to Targus is going to be 4 hours. It's a well-beaten path. If you're looking on
Hell yeah.
the thing itself, you can see it goes around the Merdewalden Lake.
So I got a 23 on that.
Oh yeah, easily.
Are we
You're able
supposed to see
to-
a map? I don't see a map.
I didn't need one. It was a 23.
Try to hit the reset button.
Okay, it does. It just
That's
brings back
usually the
that
case.
feedback bar, and I hate it. The bane of my existence. I'll take care of it during the break.
Is everybody seeing the map correctly?
I sure am now.
All right. So Tourmaline to Targos is 4 hours. That's the first stretch that we're gonna do. With the dogs, it's gonna take half that time. So 2 hours. Is that what we're doing?
Yep.
I didn't take haste because I don't have 3rd level spells.
All right.
I do have
I'll
3rd
mark
level spells. I
down.
just didn't take haste. I'm a weirdo. It's only for
You
1
get some-
minute, I guess. That's not going to make like long-term travel any different.
You can get some crazy Eddie Van Halen like pan floating.
I need those 4th level spells. I need that Phantom Steed. Just create heavy metal ghost horses.
That'd be good. Undead also don't have to worry about exhaustion. From Targos to Bryn Shander is 2 hours, 1 hour by dogs. Is there anything that anybody wants or needs to do in Targos? Or are you guys passing through?
It's like
This
7
is your
p.m. now, right?
yes, this is your Oregon Trail moment where you can like there's a fort you could stop at, do whatever. I'm gonna be checking at all the major stuff. Pushing through.
I'm
I
gonna
vote
go
push
ahead and
through.
pick up. No, we're good.
All right. You have now hit evening time frame. It is 8 o'clock and it is starting to get dark. So this cuts your visibility down. And you have arrived at the outskirts of Bryn Shander, getting ready to go south towards the edge of the world.
Let's keep
So,
going.
Calum's with us, right? Can he check the weather patterns? See if there's any storm coming?
Caleb uses his druid sense and says that tonight into tomorrow morning there's a blizzard coming, but you have maybe 4 or 5 hours.
Let's
Best
take all
guess
of
that
those
he has.
hours.
Yep. I say we keep moving.
Take all of them.
So you're doing the 4 hours?
Yeah.
All right. That 4 hours will get you all the way until the trailhead.
All right, and I'm gonna cast Liamon's tiny hut.
Ooh.
All right. Do you want to describe what that looks like?
Absolutely. So I pull up my pan flute, play a couple notes, but it's just like a little signifier. The story begins. It starts. I tell an illustrious story. In fact, I tell it well. Like there are magic in my words as I begin to speak. The pictures form in your mind. It's princes, it's sultry, it's every little bit of thing about entertainment you like. And it's all wrapped into one. And as I tell it about this house, the house builds itself. A small little hut, but inside luxurious, containing various different artworks depicting the scenes that I just portrayed as I was casting the spell.
Whoa, that's impressive. How we all gonna fit in there?
It is also a pleasant 72 degrees, and it also has a magical floor as well as
Yep.
domed.
We are protected
Any
from the
specific
elements.
any specific color of dome that you're going for?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Any specific color? Nah, man, it's just
I-
it is loud. It is 90s windbreaker loud.
I have one important question. Did you build it off the path a little bit or on the path?
Nah, I put it right on the path.
Oh, okay.
I had no worries. Besides, somebody might want to come and knock.
That's true.
And company's company. Like,
Is
how you
it
tell good
protected
stories.
magically?
You tell good stories by meeting people.
Mhm. Well, we're just waiting for the invite in.
Oh, by all means.
Oh,
Let's. My doors were open from day one.
And as you make your way into the small dome, the bits of snow that have gathered around you have started to like melt away, and it's a pleasant like 72 degrees in there. It fits everybody in the party plus the 2 dogs. And you've got a little bit of time before the storm starts to hit. You've already started to see large flurries starting to stick to the side of the dome and occlude your vision a little bit.
Nice.
and how much time do we have until the end of the ship?
Let's see. It is about midnight, so you'd have about 12 hours.
Okay. We might get there just in time, guys.
Are you guys going to pass the time?
Oh, it's let's take that rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna set up a trap nearby, like towards the entrance, and then I'm gonna find a cave about 50 meters away and sleep in that and keep an eye on the tent.
Keeping lookout. Damn.
Gotcha. You are able to do that stuff. Give me a survival check for the trap.
Boom. 23.
All right. So 5 hours passes through the total time of the storm. It looks like it's all foot travel is pretty much ceased. Nothing wanders your way, meanders, nothing like that. You do hear a couple of the boughs breaking and bending as the storm kind of hits, but nothing inconveniences you. It blows over at about 5 o'clock in the morning. You manage to find some small animal with a pelt that would, if you skinned it and cured it, would probably be worth about a gold piece. So think about like white fox, mink, something like that to that extent.
Nice. I'm going to tie it to a rope and hang it on my belt in front of everybody as a trophy.
Nice
It
belt.
It
Where'd
is
you get
now
that?
5 o'clock in the morning. Continue. I'm sorry.
Then I'm going to randomly pick pieces of meat off of it and eat it raw.
Would that taste better if you cooked it?
I'm going to
Tastes
shrug
better if I
and
cooked
stare
it.
blankly.
Eh? Caleb, can you toss me a couple berries?
Caleb casts the good berry, hands one to everybody, so that way your sustenance is taken care of.
No, at this
I'm
point,
just-
I'd rather eat my ration. I'm tired of the same shit every day.
You're like,
Oh.
even though it does do the thing, it's too medicinal.
I'll bite off half the mink and throw the rest on the table and then walk out. Smoke my pipe.
There you go. You're using the morning time frame to get kind of acclimated and get
There you
his
go. I'm gonna
fizz and
cook
her
the shit
fizz
out of
hooked
that.
up.
And probably disarm that trap too. I probably don't want to leave that running. Dick
I'd
move.
recommend not having the trap in the first place. That's I was hoping not to have the trap. But
Ranger.
no, you do your thing. You do you. That's paranoid as hell, but you know, I appreciate it.
So you know that the last time you turned down this way, it was difficult terrain for the dogs to go. So they're not going to be doubling your time. They are going to be pretty much giving you 10 feet measured by the ruler is going to be an hour. Straight line distance is 50. So that's a total of 5 hours.
Well, let's
That's
do
enough
this.
time. That's enough time.
Let's do this. Let's go.
That
No time to
means-
waste.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to take a full long rest then.
That
5
wasn't the
hours?
plan.
That's how long we get?
It's
So from
We'll take short rests.
basically midnight to 5 a.m. So you're able to get 5 hours of rest.
We'll
You could take a short rest if you wanted to.
We'll take the short. Take the quick, relax, whatever. This is a long work day. We can make it happen. Definitely gonna sleep when we get to that ship, though. It could throw off our schedule, but so are these blizzards.
Yeah. So you guys gonna head straight there, or what's the plan?
yeah, that's what we need to do is go straight there.
Jay, I need you to give me a charisma save.
Can I give him guidance?
How would you know that he has to make a charisma save?
Oh, good point.
15.
15. You felt like there was some otherworldly entity as you were getting ready that was trying to reach out and influence your psyche. Possibly something that had to do with possession, because you were like, oh, look at that. That's some lichen over there, old man's beard. And then you just basically go off on a little tangent about all of the small flora that is surrounding the area, and then all of a sudden you just snap back. You're like, wait, no, that's not right.
Something just tried to take control of me. Oh shit.
Well,
What
he's
are you
lost
talking
to
about?
us. Pulls out shotgun.
What did this thing say to you?
Didn't say anything. I just felt it. It felt like it was like pulling me. Like it was about to like take me over.
Huh. Well, let us know if it happens again.
That's
Oh,
a demon.
And
Did
I'm
you
just
pick
gonna
up?
focus on these dogs.
Wait,
Did you
aren't we?
did you pick up anything from that cave? Did you snatch something? Did you take something? Just curious.
Did
Because
I?
I've read about certain things that could possess a person.
Can't remember if I did or not.
And since it's your character and that was literally yesterday, yes, you took a satchel off of a
That's
cobalt.
right. I did take a satchel off of Cobalt. I never did look at it either.
And then you also took that tentacle.
Yeah, the tentacle got cooked up and eaten after we showed it. No, wait, we weren't able to. Yeah, we were able to show it off, but we weren't able to claim our prize yet. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, you guys left pretty much right after it happened. You're like, here's proof, and they're like, we're gonna still check, and you're like, we got stuff we need to do, so we will see you later.
How about you stash that tentacle for a while? Just
Yeah, I'll put it
We
away.
definitely should have eaten it.
ooh, yes. Look. Never mind.
I want to look in that bag now. Well, I'd probably do that while we were in that 5 hours in the
Uh,
tent.
You notice that the satchel itself is pretty threadbare. It looks like it's definitely seen better days. You do find various bits and components of like a herbalist kit. It looks like there's some stuff that is in there that has a purpose. If you want to give me a nature check, maybe you could learn a little bit more.
Ugh, 9.
There's probably reasons why this stuff's in there. It seems to be handled with care and not haphazardly thrown in there. So it's not fire tinder, but it could be used as such.
I'll just put it away for now then.
All right.
Is anybody good with like herbalism or anything? Oh, if you're talking, Logan, you're muted. I just noticed you started talking.
Yeah. Kinda. I can sniff at them, see if I recognize anything.
All right. Give me a nature check.
Is that an assist?
Yeah, these are
Six.
things that you would find around the 10 towns area, and a couple of the rose hips and stuff like that are specific to a breed of winterized rose that grows at the foot of Kelvin's cairn.
Yes, exposition.
Booyah.
I say that, and then I focus on the dogs again, feeling satisfied that I've proven that I'm smarter than I look.
You'd have to
Ah.
be.
What a dick.
I couldn't
Hey,
help it. I even
Those-
paused
those
for
are
a
the
moment, like I
-1
shouldn't
too.
say it.
All right, so you got 5 hours of travel time in order to make it there. How are you approaching? Stuff that I'm looking for is like you obviously know that like subject X is in the area.
Yeah, we're gonna have you do that flying thing again, if you can.
Do you want me to scout ahead?
That would be great.
I want you to understand there's a bullet out there, and it's it'll come to your tremors. So be
This,
careful.
this thing's burrowing through the ground. It's eating people.
It's
It's
big.
terrible. It tried to eat Burgess. I open my bag. Little penguin pops his head out, pops his head back in. I close my bag.
For a second there, you could have swore it was wearing a top hat.
Little top.
Well, up to you guys. I'm quieter than I look.
Think if you can scout ahead, that's fine. But watch where you step. If you think you're in danger, you probably are dead.
Do I
Have
have
fun.
any knowledge background on what they're talking about as far as recognize it as a creature, something I've killed before?
Can I aid him with like a
Give me either
description
a
of what we
nature
saw?
check, arcana check, whichever, like whatever skill you're gonna roll, depending on your success and what you roll, I'll glean some information your way.
Gotcha.
Can I give him an aid with like a description of what I saw?
Yeah, sure, we'll do that. So roll
So-
it again. We'll take the higher of those two,
Advantage.
since
Hell
your
yeah.
amazing oration skills.
That's true. Slash established. I don't think a
So the
D8's gonna
7
help your 7, but you still have the D8 for your.
You do. You could definitely roll that D8 on top of that.
Wow.
You've heard of
The
you've heard
dice
of
god said no.
you've heard of things like this, but they're not from nature. They are constructed by mad mages and stuff like that. They're basically like land sharks is what you've heard them referred to before.
Hmm.
'Cause I
All
don't
right.
think any of that's true. As he's regaling it back to us.
Think I know this much. All right, cool. Well, like I said, kind of up to you guys. If you think it's worth a scouting ahead a little bit, I can jump off, try to flank the area, give you a report back, or
Last time we at least knew it was in the area. This time we're entering its area, and we don't really know the scope of its territory, so I think that's a good idea.
okay. I am going to what's our area of what's the total area that we're working with on the approach?
So the place that you're going is the Id Ascendant, which is right there.
And
It's
we
a
don't
five-
really
it's a
know
5-hour
its,
trek.
like I just pointed out, like we don't really know its territory.
Okay. And we are how far away from it at this point? Are we sure on the distance?
Straight line distance, 5 hours. That's what I'm quoting it as.
Okay, yeah. So when we get within, I would say 30 minutes would put us how far off do you think?
I'd say 30 minutes would put you guys like right
Pretty
there.
close.
So I'd want to be close enough that I'm not like killing too much time checking it out, but far away enough that we're not walking straight into an ambush.
So I had to give up a chest to do it. Does anybody have like a container or a chest I can use to do this again? By the way, it's going to be lost. You're not getting it back.
To do what again?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Last time we threw this creature off the path, the way I did that was normally the way I would open a lock. Let's say somebody who wants to keep their stuff doesn't want me to open. I have a little magic trick I do, but it's very loud. It makes a very loud knock. It attracted the creature. Fortunately, I kind of had to fly off and leave it there, to attract the attention. I was using the loud knock.
I have a pouch, maybe.
Message Miranda. Supervisor. Shit.
Needs to be a container.
I thought he was
So
straight
like
up
a
casting message. I'm
cigar
like, hold on,
box.
what's going on?
Me too.
You got 25 words. Go. I quit.
Start
summon
We're gonna be messing with this message, man. Oh.
Yeah, I don't have one.
What if I use the skull from that mink I'm carrying around to make a container?
Still would not meet the requirements. Good thinking.
Can I still do that?
It
though?
basically has to be an object that can be locked. So like manacles, do we have any of those? Some people's kits come with manacles. I don't.
So I could use my hunting trap to rig a locking mechanism if we can put something else together, because it's got a spring in it. And it shuts and locks. So
Yeah.
Theoretically, if we use the jaws of that to kind of make a makeshift lid.
You can use this stuff on like manacles and whatnot.
Look, dude, I'm trying.
That's not my discretion. But if we need it to be like a box or something, I realize I have a tinder box.
I have manacles.
The manacles.
And
Boom.
And
like manacles are
and I
mentioned
have
in the
a
spell,
lock.
so that I feel comfortable
I
with
have
manacles.
I have a lock as well.
All right, those are better ideas, but I'm
Those
still
are.
making a container out of this skull.
If you just want to do the lock or the manacles, it's up to you. Either way, whatever you're giving me, it's gone. Because I'm not going back to pick it up.
Well, no, I want to keep my skull.
Do the manacles. We can always tie a motherfucker up if we need to with a rope.
I mean, I agree. We can tie them up, but there's no need to resort to incest.
What?
Sorry,
it doesn't have to be your mother.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It could be anyone's mother.
Motherfucker.
It is like 9 o'clock in the morning. You're about a half hour away from there, and you're looking in. What you see in the distance is it looks like a boat has crashed into the side of this mountain and skidded down to come to semi-even rest. It's got a large shell, and it looks like there's a squid body that's put up in there. And then you notice small things that are bundled up that are basically pushing minor boxes. And then you notice a big beefy, almost looks like a reindeer mixed with other humanoid parts, is like walking with big crates, and they're starting to put it out onto the middle of the deck. If you want to get any further information, you can give me a perception check to see what your keen eyes can tell you. You know that the small ones don't look like they're walking. They're more gliding along the level of the surface of the bow of the boat. And the big thing that's with them looks like it's a flesh golem. There's a couple of them a little deck higher that are one's on one side, one's on the other, and they're looking out.
Bless you.
Thank you. Yes, they're looking out and stuff like that, and it looks like they're not talking to each other, but they're all moving with a sense of purpose.
Okay. Distant area, obstacles, avenues of approach and egress.
So it's kind of in the a little bit of a valley. So there are minor amounts of trees everywhere, and then there's a huge skid mark on the surface. Well, not so much because a blizzard went through, but you could tell that there was a crater dug through there. It looks pretty wide open. Your approach to it, you could get right up next to it if you wanted to.
Without being seen.
You would be open, you'd be seen.
How
But-
close can I get without being seen?
Say 200 feet.
Okay. All right. Cool.
It's that crystal.
All right. So I will exposition. Well,
He describes a lot of the situation that you guys had kind of left off, except for there wasn't a lot of boxes out on the main area the last time. Now there is. It looks like they're moving boxes. What's everybody
They-
thinking?
Did you?
They were moving boxes last time, but it was underneath. Now it's above.
What's in the box?
Did you have any visibility to subject X? Any movement on the ground?
You didn't, kind of like tremors, you didn't see any like puffs of dirt or dust popping up as it was moving around. So you did not see any definitive activity from it.
All right, Gabs, same plan as last time.
Run to the ship frantically and hope none of us die? That's what we did last time.
Yes.
No,
but-
with the knock, with the manacle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
got it. Sorry,
That's what
I
I
was
meant.
thinking way more specifically. I'm on
Yeah.
board.
Well, not yet. You're not, but we will be after you do this.
I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna fly off with the manacles, drop them and cast knock, and get the hell out of there.
All right. Let me
I
transition to
sprout
that
wings
portion of the
of
map.
light as I do it. It's practically angelic.
So beautiful.
So beautiful. I'm gonna die.
Wait, isn't it nighttime too? So it's just this glowing ball of light. in the sky?
Yeah, it
It
does give
is-
off light.
It's
and
like 9 o'clock in the morning.
the light
Oh,
is
in the morning.
actually harmful to be in.
yeah, wait a minute.
So, using the cardinal directions of the ship, where are you trying to put it off to?
Where am I trying to like send it off to?
Yeah.
From where we were, just off to the north.
Off to the north?
Yeah.
How many feet?
Ooh, away from it.
Yeah.
And I'm just sort of full blasting speed and doing this. About 300 feet away from it.
All right. Give me a deception check.
So, like way super off the map.
I gotcha.
Give me a 22.
I'm
I
pretty
am
sure.
trained in that. I am
I'm pretty
so
sure.
full of shit.
It's never been a better time to be full of shit.
Hell yeah. I'm full of shit, but for good. Good in my wallet.
we'll have to leave the sled. But while he's going flying off and doing that, I'll unhook the dogs and I'll set it up so that way it'll be faster to rig them up.
Ooh, are we getting ready to maybe kill something?
Possibly,
we're trying.
depending on how stuff's going.
I'm
We're
getting
gonna try
excited.
not to. We're gonna try not to, but if we have to, you're up, buddy. You're
Okay,
So
I'm gonna
bef-
start stretching.
Before this stuff kicks off, you've already flown off. You've set the knockoff. Where are you guys in relation to where the ship's at?
I'm assuming it's in the same spot that we were before.
There's something that I'm
We'd
looking
be-
for, and this
So
is
which
effects
direction
that
did
are
we?
taking place simultaneously. You approached from the south the last, or I'm sorry, from the east the last time.
Yeah,
So
well, I see our sled right here, so I'm assuming that's where we are. That's just my assumption.
this is why I'm asking, because certain actions that you guys are taking might undermine Damien's efforts. If he's setting off that thing 300 feet away, and you guys are like, oh, we're like right up on it, it might be more inclined to the vibration of a larger prey item. So, how far away are you guys staging before this knock goes off?
At least 80 feet,
No, probably like
100 or
100
200 feet. Yeah.
150 feet or 120 feet.
I've never dealt this thing before, so however far they're going back, I'm gonna do another 30.
I don't know. I feel like we should probably stay back and probably like ride the sled all the way up to it type thing. I don't know. It's probably best. So
Take
we
some
just
time, discuss it.
wait until he stay 300 feet away. Like stop at 300 feet, and then he goes over there, does his thing, and then right when it goes off, that's when we like haul ass right to the cargo deck. That's my thoughts of it. Just throwing it out there, Chauncey.
So just to check, the whole point of putting the running the knock is what exactly?
The
What would you
knock
guys do last
causes a
time?
noise out to 300 feet that was
Yeah.
enough to trick it the last time to go to it.
To go
And
to the
then they were
noise.
able to escape.
Yeah. So remember last time this thing was really fast.
Yeah.
So if it catches wind of vibration that we're putting off, it's going to change directions, which minimizes our chances of getting on that boat.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically we're gonna try to fucking hit this thing as quick as possible. Real quick.
So, yeah. So for me, if I need to move and dash, that's 60 feet. So for 300, that's going to be a problem for me. That's all I'm saying.
How when we're riding the sled all the way there?
Oh, are we staying on the sled?
Yeah.
How fast does the sled go?
His fizz and her fizz both together can pull it about 30 to 40 feet.
I can cast Long Strider on the dogs. Would that affect speed?
That's
Are we
what
still
that
using them
does.
for?
That definitely does.
It says touch a creature. I'm gonna go touch those creatures.
So you're gonna cast it twice.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a level 2 slot so I can hit twice. And then I'm gonna do hold on a second. Yeah, huh?
How long does that last?
1 hour.
Oh,
And it's just a pinch of dirt, so I'm gonna throw some mud on them. You know, they'll be cool with it.
They're kind of gonna
Oh,
have to
man.
be.
They're
I mean,
kind of gonna
oh,
have to be. And then, hey, while we're at it,
if you're worried about it, don't worry. I will literally play them clean with the power of rock.
yeah, just while we're at it, I'm gonna cast it on myself too, because I want to kill stuff.
Not him though, because he was already dirty.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just waiting to hear this tinderbox go off and make our move.
manacles.
Manacles. I think that's what we decided on, which is great because like the tinderbox I own, and I don't want to use my stuff.
I can just create manacles like later.
Manacles.
When did I use?
Hey guys, I'm home. I'm gonna run into the house and set up on back in the office. I'll join again there, okay?
All right.
Alrighty.
It's a good time to
Yeah, there we
maybe
go.
take a break then while he's getting ready.
That is true. We could definitely take a break and then use this time to kind of come to a conclusion on what you want to do. Because what I'm hearing is you guys want to be 300 feet away, and then Gabs is going 300 feet away. He's going to set that thing off, and then you
Yeah.
guys are going to basically ride the sled as close as possible
Yeah.
as soon as you hear that, kind of like a starting gun.
How
Yeah,
long is
so
this?
I'm probably like my token. Probably, no offense, probably not gonna be there.
Yeah.
How long's
Well,
the
I had
deck?
it so that way we could
But I'm
the
gonna go
deck,
ahead and go to
every
that
one of those
break.
is 5 foot
Break
squares.
time. Back. I did it.
And we are back. Okay. So we are at the point right now where Gabs Dastardly has decided to go 300 feet to the north. He's going to set off this thing as the lock spell. You guys, from what I'm interpreting, are also about 300 feet behind that to the east.
Yeah. We'll be 300 feet to the east. Bowie, you're muted if you're talking.
Oh, I said keeping as much distance between it and us, when it goes off, respectively.
All right. So I'll have everybody roll for initiative, and then that's what we'll use to discuss who's in what for the turn order. You can always take 10 as well.
I'm getting these low rolls out the way. That's what I'm trying to do. Just get these low rolls out the way.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then Kalen's just going to take his 12. The box or manacles click off. Boom. Let me add some feats to these things. Because right now we are saying that you guys are 300 feet out. All right, Raven, you are the first to go. What would you like to do? The box went off. You haven't noticed any movement yet.
I'm gonna scan the whole area without moving and wait till I have confirmation of where the beast is.
All right, give me a perception check. That will be your action. The squids on the deck seem to have all turned and looked, and now they're looking around the ship to see if there's any activity. That's what they've done. Is there anything else that you want to do on your turn?
I'm just waiting I want to make sure that thing is over there and it's only the one of them before I take off running. I'll hold my
Alright.
action.
All right. Next up is gone. You're muted if you're talking.
I'm gonna Leroy Jenkins that shit and sprint.
All right. How long does your long strider? What does that add?
It adds 10 feet.
All right. So you're familiar with your movement speed is how much? 30 feet. So adding 10 to that would make it 40.
And then
And the
good.
the sled goes 50. With long strider, this sled goes 50.
Oh yeah, aren't we on a sled?
Yeah, you're on a sled.
Oh, why aren't we just staying on the fucking sled then?
We are.
Oh. All right, never mind. I'm not doing that. Stay on the
We're just
sled. And it's
we're,
like-
we're waiting until we see the bullet before we just rock it off.
Gotcha. I heard waiting to run, and I was like, I don't like waiting.
Gotcha.
But,
So you're on the sled. You're waiting.
I had to
I'm just
play
gonna stay on the
this
love the
many
enthusiasm.
games, this long, playing D&D until finally the legends were true. And somebody was like, wait a second, I'm going to stay on the vehicle. And that's what happened. It's glorious.
Caleb's doing his thing. Chauncey, it is your go.
I am also waiting to see if there's any movement action. Seeing any plumes of dust, anything.
Gotcha. Chauncey, as you're looking through, you've noticed that there is, in fact, towards the back, some movement starting to happen around that area.
I'll
Is there
just
a
point.
map?
I'll
that I
just point
didn't
over
see?
there in silence and just do that. Just point over there.
What'd you ask, Bowie?
Is there? Oh, it's loading. Never mind. I couldn't see the map for a minute.
Hmm.
We're good though.
So after your turn, subject X, you now notice that it is hanging out at the back and it starts to maneuver going off that way. And then you lose sight of it around as it pushes through underground. It's burrowing. Vernon, it is your go.
I'm waiting for it to crest at the manacles. I'm just watching until it crests at the manacles, and then we're just hauling ass.
Okay. Gabs, it is your go.
All right, so I'm basically fast flying back to the cargo deck. The way we plan this distance, I'm probably coming in for a hot landing.
Got you. So you're flying back. From your vantage point, you do see it moving kind of a straight line to where you set that thing off.
Yeah, I'm heading into battle deck. Sorry, not.
Gotcha. Second go around, we've got Raven. What are you doing?
I'm on the sled. Wherever it goes, I go.
Gotcha. Gone?
Same.
Are we just waiting until Vernon gives the word?
Yeah.
Or
As-
can we? From
As
this
soon as
distance,
it crests, like at
Yeah.
the manacle,
well,
that's
we
when
won't be able
we're
to see
gone.
it. I'm assuming, but can we hear it? Can we hear the pounding?
You're 300 feet away. You can't really hear much of anything.
Okay.
You're able to see the telltale signs of like debris and stuff like that moving. But after it makes it a certain distance away, it's like shifting white on white. So you're like, how far away is it exactly? So I think Vernon's trying to make sure that his the time that he's able to spend is when he sees it hit that manacle. Right? That's what you're waiting for.
Correct. Correct.
Let me do some quick maths.
Ruh-roh.
Square root of 9 divided by pi.
Rounded to the nearest decimal point.
It takes about 30 seconds, and then you see it hit. It's about 100 feet away from it, and it's surfaced.
So at the exact same time, he would be landing on the deck. Damien would be landing on the deck. 30 seconds.
It's assuming that, yeah, well, 30 seconds, yeah.
Just saying.
That's right.
Yep.
Hot landing on the deck. There's a chance it might be prone. You know what I mean?
Gross.
So it's about 200 feet
I didn't
from
know Vord
the
was right
ship.
there. I'm definitely going to give him like a tip of the hat and be like, hey.
You see him look at you with the quizzical eyes. You get the impression that he's a little bit confused about what's going on.
As soon as it crests out, is it still going away from me?
No, it's stopped. It's almost like there's not a sustained thing to drive it, so it's probably looking to see where the prey is.
And now boot, scoot, and boogie that we have to.
All right.
Mush.
So in 3 turns we'll be there.
So you are driving this thing full blast through the same route that it crashed.
What we crashed?
No. The you're basically doing the sled full blast
Oh yeah.
towards the back of it. All right. So I'm going to put it on
But
to your turn,
it's all fresh powder, so
which is a problem when you've got deep ruts dug into it. But it's okay because this is your sled and you're good at that. I just need a handling check from you.
handling.
Yeah, so basically roll like a dexterity and add your proficiency bonus if you're proficient with land vehicles. This-
Which I am.
This is basically your ability to like keep it on track because you're cross country.
11.
All right. I need everybody who is on this thing to
Oh,
give
wait.
me.
Can the dogs use their oh no, it's only 10 minutes. Just kidding.
I need everybody who's on this thing to give me a DC 13 dexterity check.
Does that include the dogs?
You know, that's a good point.
Don't forget I have them inspired.
It'd
I
be a
use
shame not
guidance
to
on
use that.
myself.
Yeah, I thought that was only 10 minutes though.
Bardic inspiration?
Or is that all day
Yeah.
until you use it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And then it's a D8. All right. They both managed to just barely make it.
But here's the thing. They made it.
All right, so I am verifying that Chauncey got a dexterity 9 for your save.
I'm sorry, no. Bardic Inspiration is within an hour.
All right. So Chauncey, you fell off. Gone also fell off.
Well, you wanted to fight some shit anyways.
I think everybody else managed to make it. So
Wait, Shanti rolled a 17.
No, that was my second roll.
Oh,
That was a mistake.
I see.
am I not hitting anything properly? Was there something that I messed up?
Oh no, he just double
No.
clicked.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So basically, everybody's at the 250 feet mark. And oh, you didn't sustain any damage, but you are now off of the thing as it's going. Gabs, you see this. It is your turn.
All right. I look at him. I'm like, there's not a lot of time to explain. So I'm going to make this very quick. I was just creating a distraction. The loud noise you heard was me. We need to prevent this creature from attacking the rest of the compatriots, but we did succeed in getting what you were asking for. And I'm pulling out bags, looking at them as I'm doing this until finally I find the right bag. Unfortunately, it's the one filled with confetti. So I'm grabbing a handful of that, and I'm preparing to cast Hypnotic Pattern once it gets within 120 feet of this ship.
Gotcha. All right. Raven, it is your go. You are still on the sled.
Can I help anybody else stay on since I did so well, maybe? Or was I able to get such a good hold? Could I assist in any way?
You were able to keep yourself on.
Okay, well, I'm gonna, I guess, hang on.
All right. Gone. It is your go.
Cool. Dash.
All right. So your movement's 40, your dash is 40, so you clear 80 feet.
Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20. These are all 5, right?
Well, I will put you.
Oh, good. Yeah, you move me.
There's like 170, which is what you would be at. There we go. Move all that stuff. Caleb's still holding on for dear life. Chauncey, you pick yourself up off the cold tundra. It is your go. What would you like to do?
I'll just say shit and dash.
Gotcha. You're still moving. You're moving what, 60?
60.
All right. So you're at 190. So oddly enough, that looks just about right because 75, 80, 85, 90. So that works. Subject X's go. Starts to see the commotion and the hubbub. Buries itself again. And then you start to see the plumes moving it back towards the ship. It looks like it is moving at an increased rate of speed. It is about 120 feet buried underneath there.
It just moved 80 feet.
It did.
That's right, people. I pay attention.
Gonna have to wait. I can't see it.
All right, Vernon, it is your go.
Mush. Mush. That's all I got.
You're
Mush.
going through as fast as possible again.
Yeah, just holding on.
All
Just
right, give
going.
me another DC 13 dexterity or handle it. Dexterity for the cart handling.
Uh,
So I need everybody that's still on the cart to go ahead and
can
give me
anybody
that.
assist me?
Give me that roll.
Can I help him at all?
So here's the funny part.
Or is
There's
there
only
no
like
way for me to
one
like
set of
leaning,
reins.
like leaning
Yeah,
weight distribution?
it's actually a really good idea.
Like, what if we like, I don't know, just throwing it out there.
I get what you're saying, but also like this is him going full bore, full blast over stuff that he's not seeing. It's already a
True.
DC 13.
Mm-hmm.
So he hit something. He hit a rut, he hit a rock, he hit a stick, something. So I'm just going to need some dexterity saves. The two dogs made it. So anybody that's still on, Raven, Vernon, and Caleb.
Vernon makes it. I got an 18.
All right. Caleb made it. And then what about Raven?
I didn't make it. I
You didn't make it?
rolled an 8.
All right. You have managed to.
Unless I have any type of inspiration on me still.
No.
He said, fuck your inspiration.
So let's see. You guys are about 150. And then we'll put.
No one's close enough right now to inspire. You have to be close enough to see my smile.
Which is truly magical, BT dubs.
No, it is. It's definitionally, yeah. Mechanically. In this game, it is magical.
Inspirational.
That down. All right.
I'm gonna say I'm also gonna say a prayer for Chauncey. Because I mean he's at the back of the pack right now, and as long as I can get his fizz and her fizz and myself to safety, so that way I can get this crystal to them, I think it's worth it.
What the fuck?
That's like the most Lord Farquaad thing I've heard in a while. Some of you might die, but I'm okay with that.
Damn.
That's
I thought I was shady.
Killam is the only one that hears this. Oh, that's so funny.
All right. So next up is Gabs.
Alright, so before I go, I said that to Vorin in hopes that he would do something, rally his people, he has ballistas, whatever they have to do. Notice he's not doing anything while I'm preparing this confetti. True story, material component for the spell, look it up. But also, so I'm gonna sort of raise my voice a bit at first to grab his attention, and then try to, I don't know, inspire him, persuade his ass to get his people moving. We have incoming and they want what they have.
Very true.
I don't
Is that
know
your
if you need
turn?
to roll me a check or anything like that, but also I'm just going to be prepping that hypnotic pattern.
Gotcha.
I'm waiting. The moment its little snout surfaces, like, ha, look at this, bitch. I hope it's not blind. Oh, I hope it's not blind.
Oh
It's
no.
surface to gain visual acumen for what stuff's at. And the last time you were close enough to see its dark eyes.
Okay. Well, I hope those still work.
So Vorin puts his hand to his temple, and the small squidlings in subject beta start to move around a little bit more feverishly with what's going on.
Oh, I had an idea. Could those things like because they use telekinesis, right? Can they lift us up onto the ship, like in the sled? If
That
they
would have
all lifted
probably
us,
been a really good thing to like pre-plan. Do you have a
yeah,
way to
I
communicate with them?
holler at them.
Yeah. That's one of the things that I thought about with what you guys might have done, but you kind of want a different route.
And also, we should be up there.
You're you started off 300 feet. You've moved 2 rounds for 100 apiece.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah. So you should actually probably be at more like 100 instead of 150.
I'll holler at them to lift us up. Lift us up. When we get next to it, lift us up. I'll just holler that the whole time that I'm just racing.
Got you. Raven, you are 100 feet away and you are on the ground.
Okay, I'm going to get up and collect my items. Is any briefly look around me? Is there anybody that looks like they're stuck or hurt?
So about 70 feet behind you, Gone is there, and then 190 feet behind you, Chauncey is there. Caleb and Vernon are pulling double duty, going as quickly as possible.
I will do the same. Making everyone still looks like they're okay, and I'm gonna make my way to there. Or
All right.
wherever the entrance is.
Grand scheme of things, if you're doing like a double move, you've got about 40 feet left. So
I'm gonna
I
get
was
on the
going
deck where I'm safe.
real distance, you would be after your 2 moves right about there. And then you're 60 feet in front of the sled.
Okay. That's it.
So that's your real life position. All right, next up is Gone.
All right. I'm gonna come to a dead stop, turn around, sprint back towards Chauncey. And that's only how far am I on that one?
He's 20 feet behind you.
That's not bad at all. Cool. I'm gonna get right up to him, pick up a handful of dirt, smack him, and cast a long strider.
Gotcha. You got the spell slots for that?
I do.
Gotcha. All right.
And then as soon as I finish that, I'm gonna turn around and start running fucking back towards the ship.
So you make it to about 130 with all of that stuff. Wait. You use your
Appreciate
action
any-
to cast. So your movement, you would literally be right back where
Ru-
you were, 20 back, 20 forward, and then your action.
Cool.
You're good.
Any support
right.
action that lets you peg people with dirt is golden.
Yeah.
All right, next up's Kalen. Kalen is like holding on for dear life. He is like white knuckling it. Chauncey, who's got the amazing movement speed now. You move 40 a turn.
40 a turn. All right, I'm gonna dash. So I'll take my 80, and then I'm gonna Misty Step as a bonus action. Take another 30.
Oh, you had that all along? God.
Hey, you never asked.
Wait, is your Misty
It's-
Step
it's the
30
thought that
feet or is it
counts.
40 feet because your
It is.
movement is 40 feet?
I don't know. That's a good
I'm
question.
just curious if that changes because of your movement being a different number.
Mm-hmm.
I will put you right here on the very edge of the map. That is your true position. All right. Subject X. Starts moving through. You've noticed dabs or gabs that right on the side, the northern part is probably where it stopped. It stopped at the edge of the ship.
Okay.
It has not surfaced yet.
I'll just keep an eye. Trigger
Gotcha.
finger.
All right, Vernon, it is your go. You're 100 feet away.
I like I said, just shout out, pick us up right when we get there. Pick us up right when we get there. As I literally pull right up next to it.
All right, so this is going to be a little bit more difficult. This is going to be a DC 15 dexterity check.
Well, that's a 15, but I also you said I can put in my proficiency bonus, and that's stupid because I didn't do that last time. So that's an 18.
Gotcha. You make it to the back part.
Yeah.
To right where the sea is? Or
Pretty much the back part.
oh damn. I would not have gone there.
And then I cast hypnotic pattern on them. I gain all the reward.
Yeah, like all we gotta do is wait for subject X-ray to take a good BM.
Yeah.
All right, so that was your guiding the dogs. That was their actions and stuff like that. Next up is Gabs.
All right, itchy trigger finger. We're still waiting on it.
All right, so whenever you see it, that's when you're gonna make it happen.
Yep.
All right, Raven, you are at your true position right there. What are you trying to do?
So how many spaces can I move forward full on
It- They
squares?
are. You've got what, a movement of 30?
Yeah, double movement, of course.
30 would put you right up near Calum, and then you'd have to make it around to the side to do 60. So you can make it to about right there.
Yeah. That's where I'm going.
Gotcha. That's with your stuff. Next up is gone.
All right. Am I actually all the way up here north or how?
So I'm saying that you're 170 feet back. You've seen everybody else start to move forward more. So you're
Gotcha.
170 feet behind everybody else.
Cool. I'm gonna dash.
All right, so that's 80. So that got you to 90. So we'll say there's probably a good spot for your true positions. That way we don't have to worry about that anymore.
Are we going to the rear?
So there is a 5 foot difference between where the bow of the ship is to the ground is 5 feet. Everything else has kind of a shelled container to the outside, and there are no windows.
Okay, so there's nothing to like jump on up there.
You could, if you had the ability to jump on and like grab onto the side, which would give you a little bit of safety.
Okay, cool. Um,
You'd have to make it there. And right now you're about, even with all that other stuff, you're about another move and a dash away from getting there.
okay, cool.
Yeah, sucks you got pushed off. Next up, Calum looks at you, Vernon, and says, "What are we doing about the dogs?"
Hopefully they'll listen and they'll lift us up.
Okay, so he sits there. Chauncey, it's your go.
All right. Question: how high is this podium on the front?
Are you talking about the little bridge area?
The mast thingy? No, right here.
That is pretty much all the way down on the ground as well.
Oh,
Because if you look over to the side, you can see that it hits down. That's part of the reason why it dug a deep rut.
gotcha. And how high is this part?
Each one of the decks is about. So, are you talking about at the very top?
Yeah, just like how high would it be to get up here?
So the cargo
Oh,
deck
yeah.
is 5 feet off the ground.
Mm. But that's back here, right?
That is. There is zero visibility.
I see it. Yep.
It doesn't have a back deck.
Um, let's see. I will take. I still have. I'm covered in manure, right? I still
Yeah.
have 40 feet. So
Yeah, you're still getting down and dirty. You still got that extra movement speed, and that is your true position.
Yeah, that
Right.
lasts for an hour.
Right. Are you giving me the 40 feet if I do another Misty?
You already have it, man. It lasts for an hour.
You're talking about Misty Step?
Yeah. Misty Step.
Yes, I will do that, and then I will do a little bit of research to make sure.
Yeah.
Says you teleport up to 30 feet into an unoccupied space that you see. It does not say that you get to move your movement. So,
Okay, that's fine. It's only 10 feet.
but it also does good for elevation.
Yeah. I'll just move my 80. I'll just do my dash.
Okay, wherever you want to put yourself.
How about right there? Yoink.
I need you to pick a square.
I like being in the middle. No, I'm just kidding. Perfect,
Yeah.
right there.
All right.
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
You notice that a couple of the squidlings are moving around to the side, but they are very hesitant to even try to go off of the side.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is subject X-ray. Boom. You see it
Bam.
start to burrow.
Ooh, hypnotic.
I tell you what, go ahead and do your hypnotic pattern. And then depending on how well that happens, we might have things that happen.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna take the bag out immediately as soon as I see it. less like a gun and more like pouring a bunch of confetti on my palm and then blowing it out, and it's way more coming out than I put on my palm. This is getting ridiculous as the confetti becomes light and the cube around it. I'm going to place the cube just like this. I'm going to go ahead and use the overlays to do it.
All right.
There we
Gotcha.
go.
No friendly fire. And what type of save does it need to make?
Needs to make a wisdom save.
Oh, these things are exceptionally good at wisdom saves. What is the what's the DC?
The DC, my specific one, 15.
It got a 10. So you notice that it got up to start moving and it is effectively
Yeah, it is charmed if it's not immune to that condition. But it is charmed if it can see this and these dancing little lights. And it has, while charmed in this way, it's incapacitated with a speed of 0.
gotcha. So it is now incapacitated, sitting there looking at all the pretty
Yeah.
lights.
Just dazzled by them.
Razzle
Squirrel.
dazzled.
For how
All
long?
right.
Concentration up to 1 minute.
Ooh.
But I don't see anything breaking my concentration unless Vorin pulls a like dagger out the back
Backstab.
and dun dun dun.
I don't think he's the double crossing type. All right. Next up is Vernon. If you're talking, I cannot hear you.
No, I was trying to get it unmuted. I'm gonna just pull up along the side and help us up, lift it up. That's my turn.
So you are going the 50. How far are you going? And are you avoiding your allies who are like right along the side?
Yes, so I'll have to go like 70 feet. I'll do a V to get around them.
All right. We'll say that you wind up about right there. All right, let's see what they're going to do on their turns. Next up is Gabs.
My turn?
Yep.
Fantastic. Gonna do just nothing but hold. Like I'm still spitting out confetti. It's not necessary for the spell, but you know, pizzazz. Not a whole lot else I can do to help. So yeah, that's it.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right. Top of the round, we are at Raven.
I'm gonna get up on the ship if I can.
Yeah, that's easy
Where's-
enough.
Yeah. Get up there and get safe. Make sure I help, and then help make sure everyone else is up there. Okay.
All right.
And that's it.
All right. Next up is Gone, who sees this boule just looking at this hypnotic pattern swirling around. It's good to know that it's distracted. What would you like to do?
I am going to run and jump.
Gotcha. Run and jump on the back.
Yep.
Easy enough for you to find a handhold, some good footing.
Cool. And then yeah, then I'm just gonna stare at this thing. Try to figure out how to kill it.
I'm going to the restroom real quick.
Gotcha. All right.
Roll
Kalen's
dexterity.
Roll dexterity to try to hang on.
No, because he was running to the pisser.
Ah.
It's just
Suppose that could
Gotcha.
even be a con save to hold it.
definitely not a strength though.
We need a ranged
no.
attack spell.
Magic pistol, it always hits.
Hunter's mark.
I've cleaned enough
Control
bathrooms
water.
to know that it doesn't always hit. There's definitely an attack roll, and I swear it's a disadvantage.
Uh,
Caleb's looking around. He's seeing the little squidlings. The squidlings are starting to try to maneuver their stuff to make it happen. Looks like they're psychically trying to lift this thing up. All right, next up is Chauncey.
All right. Where are the dogs at? By
Dogs
Vernon,
are
right?
still attached to the sled.
Which is where?
It is right where Vernon and Caleb are at.
Okay. All right. mm, mm. Are they still hooked to the sled?
As far as like they're all on there.
Okay. I'm just trying to think.
yeah, dude, we just pulled up, literally.
Trying to think if I take my movement and then my bonus action to get there, can I use an action to unhook one of them?
You could.
Just trying to help. So why don't I do that?
I thought you said they're lifting us up. Or they're trying to.
Well, with the sled though, I'm thinking,
Yeah, that's the whole point.
okay.
They're lifting
you-
all these fucking boxes up, man. Like,
All right. Well, if you think it's gonna work, then I will move next to you just in case. And then that's my dash and that's what I'll do. So I'm
Got
not
it.
boarded. I'm just kind of making sure that the dogs get up.
Subject X is still just sitting there having a good old time.
I don't know why I just picture him listening to disco. Some Bee Gees.
Is that it? I mean, that would be it, really. He has to take damage or be shaken.
Yeah. That's one of the things that I was looking at, as well as what the weight requirements are for telekinesis.
I was wondering, I was like, did I actually hypnotize him with my changing color aura?
I like that.
I've just been changing it every turn, just manually. Like, I'm just gonna do this.
The two sleds begin to shimmy upward and they rise 30 feet up in the air. His fizz and her fizz are kind of dangling in the supports, but they're up maybe 5 feet below you. So they're 25 feet off on the ground as they're holding this thing. That's them. Subject X doing that. All right, Vernon, it is your go.
Jesus, take the wheel. That's all I can do. I can't really do anything.
All right. Gabs, it is your go.
All right, check this out. I'm gonna hold position. That's what they're not lowering it all the way for him.
They moved it up 30 feet, which
Oh.
was the extent of their telekinesis for that round.
Ah, okay, got it.
It looks like it took both of them, one on each sled, in order to affect that.
Oh, best of luck. And I'm absolutely gonna just keep this going.
Gotcha. Next up is Raven. You're
I
muted.
don't see any way I can help. If there's any way I can help, I want to help. If not, I'm safe and I'll wait for right now.
If you had any way to probably pull the cart in, because it looked like they were using subject beta to maneuver the boxes that were lifted with telekinesis. And now they've kind of lifted everybody up off the ground. So they're about another 20 feet above the deck. The dogs are about 15 feet.
I wouldn't have any way to do that. I'll wait patiently until an opportunity presents itself.
Gotcha. Gone. It is your turn as you're clinging to the back of this Mind Flayer Nautiloid. Think the beginning of Baldur's Gate 3, the opening sequence where that ship's going through. That's what you're on the back of. The
Cool.
Mind Flayer ship.
Do I have a steady footing?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna get a little closer to this thing. And Hunter's Mark. And I'm gonna hit it with a javelin.
Gotcha. That will count as doing damage to it.
Oh yeah, sure will.
Yeah, and that'll stop his hypnotic
Hey,
pattern.
that's what happens.
Yeah,
Everyone
whatever.
fucking knows.
Can it be killed?
Anything can be killed.
Yeah,
Anything can be
anything
killed.
can. That's should it be killed?
Yeah, I don't know that. I'm just killing this thing because it annoys me and it's threatening humans and other lives. So I'm gonna kill it.
It is completely unaware of your attack. Go ahead and give me that attack at advantage.
I mean,
Cool.
illithids. Do we even have any humans in the group?
Subject beta is parts of human.
Fair enough. He is 12% human. These parameters are acceptable.
You could have swore that you had a really good beat on it, but when you hit, it hits one of those ridge plates and it deflects off. It did not do any damage to it, but your javelin did not find its mark. It is very armored.
Cool. Next javelin.
Gotcha. Still at advantage.
Fucking
26.
Yeah.
That's definitely a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Crit. Fuck you. And I'm gonna throw my dreadful strike on that thing.
Gotcha.
So are we
And
going
then
to kill it?
where do I find the Hunter's Mark piece? Oh, there we go. Cool. So looks like a total of 14.
Yes. Attack hits in, strikes it very well as it starts to shake its head and shakes off the effects of the hypnotic pattern. It is now looking for the object of its ire.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. My pattern stays.
That is true. Is that your turn?
Oh yeah. Sorry, dude.
That's all
Yeah.
good.
That's me because that's all I got left.
Oh, no, my
Caitlin's-
pattern doesn't say.
Caitlin's trying to figure out what's going on. Chauncey, it is your go.
All right, I'll hop up on the deck, and then if I can, are the dogs in a position where I can kind of pull them over the deck instead of?
They're like 10 feet above you. You see the
Oh.
little squids are trying to get their telekinesis going.
Okay. All right. Well, I will. Let's see. Oh, Vernon's got the crystal, right? You do.
He
Okay.
does.
All right. Well, I will just wait here then and figure out where the heck subject bait is going to put these dogs.
Gotcha. All right. Next up is Subject X-Ray, who takes 10 steps or 10 feet of movement and then leaps up towards Gone at the back of the thing.
Oh, no.
It's going to be a 19. I believe that is a hit. Oh, I can look at everything on your guys' stuff. Yes, that is a hit. For
Ooh.
30 points. I'll go ahead and apply that.
That's
Or
good news when he gets back.
yeah,
Does he have any type of reaction to that?
all right. Moose to the back does that, falls.
Yeah, he's got a reaction of saying, ow.
Yeah, he's a son of a.
Vernon, it is your go.
Am I still being held up in the air then?
Yes, they are holding you with telekinesis.
I'm gonna jump over to the pad then, since I'm right there.
All right.
I can just not me, sorry.
So you're talking about the battle deck up
Yeah,
there?
jump over to that.
What's your strength?
My strength is a 12.
Give me an athletics check. It's going to be a DC 15 because you're basically looking to jump from an icy thing to another icy thing. And somewhere around here, it should tell me like how many feet you can jump. I think it's actually in movement. When you make a long jump, you cover the number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet. When you take a standing long jump, you can only jump twice as far, or half as far. So we'll give you the 10 feet because it's a little bit emptied.
All right.
So you can jump the 10 feet or the 12 feet necessary. This is just making sure that you don't just fucking whiff it and fall. But if you do not get like called DC 12, if you roll below a DC 12 on an athletics check, you're gonna fall.
God, Jesus.
All right. You took 9 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall and then hit down.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. So the ground does damage to me, correct?
Yeah.
I would like to use my reaction and give it a mind pulse. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. I was gonna have you do damage to the Nautiloid ship.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay. All right. So it's Vernon's turn. That was your
And then I will also cast Cure Wounds on myself.
gotcha. As you're
To
dealing with that.
heal back it all.
Oh. So Logan, Goin took 30 points of piercing damage as it leapt up and bit him, and then you were able to shake it off and then have it pushed down, but it is like circling you like a wolf that's treed prey. But Gabs, it is your turn.
All right. Well, don't want to fight this thing. So I'm not going to. That's my turn.
Gotcha. Raven, it is your go.
So I'm down 30. Did you add that to it?
Yeah, I already took your 30 off your character.
No, it's not showing.
Run to here. Do I have a clear shot from here down to that?
Probably not, considering I can't draw a straight line from you to the other thing.
Okay, so what about, so I would have to. Where
Just
am
refresh your page, Logan.
Ah,
I? How many of these squares can I go? 30, right?
Each one of
Five-
those squares is 5 feet.
Okay, so 30. I can go 40 with my
With
extra.
with Longstrider?
I know. I don't have a long strider, do I? No.
Not
With
to my knowledge.
30 feet, I can go 60, right? On a double movement.
Yeah, if you dash, if you use your action to dash.
So what if I go to here? Would I have a clear shot?
No, because you're inside.
Oh, I'm inside. All right. Is there access to the outside from here? Like if I run over, I'm that's what I'm trying to do.
The access to it is going to be outside and around the sides.
Oh,
Or you could get like on top of it, but
yeah.
over on the side
I'm
you
kind
can
of figuring that we are on top of it, but I guess yeah, we are. I guess inside of it. If there's a way for me to get on top, I want to support him if I can. I guess is what I'm saying.
yeah, I would say if you jumped off and then you were like,
No, I'm good.
as long as you could draw a straight line from your character to the middle of that token,
I got you.
I'll let you take the shot.
No,
And
that's
it's
it.
all right.
If you look at the little map on the right, like we're like right here. I tried to
That's
jump right here.
Oh, oh, that's cool. All right. Yeah, I didn't notice.
Yeah. So and then he's fighting it right here.
Oh shoot. Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's back here.
I got you. Thank you.
You're
That-
welcome.
all right. Gone. It is your turn. It is about 10 feet below you, circling, hungry. Looks like it's going to probably try to snap at you again. I can't hear you if you're
Yep.
talking.
can I get higher from where I'm at?
Yeah. Do you have a climb speed?
Where do I find that?
On your character sheet, you could look and it would say movement, and then it would say climbing. I don't think you do. So basically, it's going to cost you double movement. So to get 40 feet, it's going to cost you 20 feet of movement, but you'd be able to scale it up with Long Strider.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get. How far did that was that thing easily able to get up at me? I mean, if it did 30 points of piercing, yeah.
It was really impressive because it actually backed up a little bit and then took a running leap, and it was able to clear 15 feet to basically get up and attack the bottom of your leg.
Gotcha. Cool. Um, yeah, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that movement and get higher there.
All right, how much movement are you taking?
Uh, what's the max I can get? 40
Yeah,
with. Okay.
So that means at double movement or half movement basically, so 20 feet up.
and then if he dashed, it would get him another 20 feet for a total of 40. I would
Unless
say
he
that you
wanted to
can make
take
it to
another
the back
attack.
of the command deck. Yeah, you're either at the back of the battle deck if you take one movement, or the back of the command deck if you take the other movement. Still on the outside of the ship.
Gotcha. Let's see. I'm gonna take that 20 feet. And then fuck it. We'll take full 40.
Who's moving my minis?
That was me. I'm bad.
All right,
I was moving the wrong one.
gotcha.
There I am.
Yeah, it's just pretty much right below you, but on the cargo deck level. So you're
This one over here.
so command deck gets you okay. Yep, up to the top. You're up to the top. You don't see any windows or any ways in or anything like that, but you're as high up as you can possibly get.
Do I have a good footing?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Is that it for my actions on this? Yeah, because it's a dash, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
All right. Caleb's along for the ride. Chauncey, it is your go.
All right. I'm gonna move up to the command deck. Take my movement and dash to get up there. Winded.
You
We're
see,
back.
one of the Elithids is actually got his hands on two glowing orbs, and his tentacles are going a little crazy as it looks like it's trying to like move power from some systems to another system. You can hear the ship like trying to groan and creak, and as you're running up, you're seeing black ichor pouring out of like large wounds that have been inflicted into this thing that have not healed yet.
Yeah, so I guess we're just waiting on Vernon to figure out where we're gonna bring the skull or the crystal.
I know
Right.
where it is. It's supposed to be on the second deck right here, I do believe.
Yeah, they move on their way over and then set the thing down. So that is their contribution for it. Subject X-ray takes a look up, cannot obviously make that leap, and then ends up like hedgehogging itself back into the ground.
Ooh, can I get an opportunity attack on it?
Unfortunately, you are
Oh
not
yeah, no.
close enough to it to be able to do that.
Oh fuck that thing.
It's it's a hell of a beast. All right, Vernon, it is your go.
Thank you very much. As I open the door and I run up, I'm gonna run to the. Let's see, use my. I don't know. Is that door open or closed?
It's closed.
Okay, then I guess that's where I have to stop
All right.
because it would be. Yeah. I'd try to do my double movement, but I would stop at the door.
At this point, we are at a spot where subject X is not moving. We are kind of out of initiative for right now. What happens during this little fast forward in time? I take it Vernon places the psychic crystal.
Yep.
All right, you replace the psychic crystal, and it looks like the lines, the venules, and stuff like that that had the black ichor flowing out. It starts to pulse a little bit as these squidlings and everybody else are kind of going around starting to patch and do repairs on this thing. We are really close to our stop time. Is there anything that anybody wants to do during the session before we stop and close it down for the night?
Yes. I would like to go up to the captain. To how do you say his name again? Dredaval?
Drexus?
Drexus?
Dredavix?
Dredavex. Happy to help you and your crew. Is there anything else we can do for you at this time? We would also like to
Well,
receive
that's a
our
lot of
payment.
role playing, so we'll cover that at the beginning of the next session. Anything that anybody else is doing during this time before we end the session out?
Yeah.
I think I'm good. I'm not gonna die between now and then, so
With the replacing of the stuff, now the sphincters that are doors end up opening and closing them on their own instead of you having to like force your way through. And then the it looks like life support's becoming back online. They're starting to affect the repairs to the ship.
I'm gonna play a
And
small
then,
little concert on the ship.
well, there you go. Everybody's working a little
Yeah.
bit better with the
Well,
music playing.
I was thinking about like gathering them, playing a small concert, cast hypnotic pattern on them, rob them, and
No.
I'm gonna
Uh,
hyper focus on how to kill this thing.
Ah, well, they might be able to give you some ideas on subject X, but yes, that is one of the things that they're saying is now like it's very hyper focused. You caught them basically. You have successfully made sure that the It Ascended did not blow up, which would have happened in 2 hours. For making that happen and everything, 5,000 experience.
Hey, let's go, boys.
So I believe you guys are like about another 4,000 away from level 6 or something like that. So the next session, we will pick it up with you guys here, and then we'll be able to start doing that. Is there anything that you guys are thinking about doing next?
Like after this?
Well, yeah, you kind of hit the
Yeah.
pin in it.
I'm thinking, I don't know what you guys think about this, but I'm thinking we go find Suffolk across the pond.
Go collect our bounty and then find Sefik.
Unless you guys want to do a little fighting.
I really want to kill this thing.
Your
Mike,
your attunement to the mirror that you use for seeing has been shunted away. You no longer are attuned to that mirror. Something happened to it or somebody else attuned over you.
All right.